Hey, what's going on, folks? Schmo Daddy 2. I just thought I would show you guys a few books I picked up last week. Pardon me, still coughing like usual. Anyway, I also think I'm going to continue on with my Amazing Spider-Man from the last time I had actually shown them. I think I stopped at about issue number 269, probably about, I want to say it was about 4 or 5 months ago when I did that. So if you guys were interested in seeing my Spider-Man collection, you can go back through my other videos and watch the 1 through 4, I think is what I did. And I'll show you guys how far I am. I have a complete run, and I'll show you here in a minute. Alright, so this week I actually picked up a bunch of very high-grade X-Men books. I had X-Men number 193. I actually needed this one for my run. I picked up X-Men 180. This is either, most of these are actually about near mint, so I got them really good price. Kind of screwed up though. I got a couple of them that are extra, like this one. I thought I didn't have it. Of course, I bought another copy, but I didn't pay much for them. So. And this one I actually had also, and I didn't realize it. That's why you should look at your checklist before you start buying shit on eBay. But oh well, near mint. Hey, I picked up New Gods number 7. Unfortunately, I only have number 1 and number 7. I need to get number 2 through 6, so I can't wait to get into this book. Oh yeah, I'm still jumping on some X-Men here. Here's X-Men number 184. Very fine, at least. And I think this one I already had also, so it's crazy. I think I got 3 of them that I thought I needed. This one I certainly did not have, for whatever reason. I actually remember buying this one when it came out in the comic book rack when I was a kid, but I think I probably traded it off over the years. I finally picked up Commanding number 2. I have number 1, and I have a bunch of other issues. I think I have 3, but I don't have number 2, so got this one real cheap. I think I paid $2 or $3 for it. And I picked up one Golden Age book this week. I got it for really friggin' cheap. I think I paid a couple bucks for it. I'm not usually into Western books, but this one was just so cheap and it was hard to pass up. It's a Lev Gleason published book from 1950, I want to say 3 or so. Anyway, it's pretty nice except for that, obviously you see that little chunk missing, but I think I gave like $2.50 for it or something, so I'm talking $2.50. Just happy to get that. Alright guys, well here's my complete run of Amazing Spider-Man for number 270 until I run out of time or whatever. So here's 270. Obviously it's a cover swipe from Avengers number, I want to say 95, either 95 or 96. Here's Amazing Spider-Man 271. And yeah, most of these are actually pretty nice condition. I've been trying to get them at least fine plus to very fine. So some of these are a little lower, but most of them are in the very fine range. So a few of them are a little less. I'll try not to talk too much. I tend to talk over my videos. Listening to a band called The Antlers. Actually got to see them in concert here last summer. Pretty cool band. 274, and obviously this one's not very fine, but it's tolerable until I upgrade. I think this is a recent acquisition, number 276. I knew I didn't have this one for a while. I finally got it. I may come through here and see that I'm missing a book, because I may have a couple of them pulled out I was reading, so if I don't have it, I will. But I'm certain that I have all these though. 278. You know, I read all these, and the Hobgoblin story kind of bored the hell out of me, to be honest with you. I don't know if some of you guys enjoyed it, but I sure didn't. Some of these books suck. They're kind of boring. But some of them are good, though. They're fun, but some of them aren't as fun as others. I really didn't start enjoying the Spider-Mans in the 200s that much until it got to McFarlane. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but McFarlane's run was actually pretty freaking incredible. 281. Hobgoblin to me is just a cheap poor man's Green Goblin. I mean, it's obvious they were just trying to resurrect the Green Goblin, I think, but they didn't want to dilute the storyline so much. But in my opinion, it was a terrible idea. But whatever. What do I know about Spider-Man? I don't know shit. Amazing Spider-Man 283. Amazing Spider-Man 284. Probably going to be a 2-part video, or if not 2-part, it's at least going to be a long video because my camera only records for so long, then I have to restart again. It's 287. I kind of like the black costume, it was different. 288. And actually, I haven't read all these completely in order. I've read read some of them out of order, but I've read them all. I just haven't really sat through and read them completely, you know, in chronological order. So I may go back and do that someday, but I don't know if I can handle it or not, because the Hobgoblin stories kind of bored me. Some of them are good, but some of them are kind of ridiculous. So the 291 and 292. So yeah, I'm very proud to have these in order. It took me a while to get these. You know, another sacrilege in my reading of Spider-Man is I have not read the full Kraven's Last Hunt storyline. In fact, I only have a couple of them. I have the Amazing Spider-Man ones. I think I have the one that crossed over into Spectacular, but I think there's a Web of Spider-Man one that I need, so I haven't read them all yet. I know it's pretty crazy for me to admit that, but I'll admit it to you guys. 295. My wife actually bought this one for me at the San Diego Comic-Con about 3 years ago. So I was glad to get that. I don't have all the annuals for Amazing Spider-Man. I'm not really that. I don't really consider those books I'm missing. You know, I pick them up when I want to, you know what I mean? But I'm not really like, wow, I have to get those. I think I will try to get them all, but I'm not really like, wow, I have to have those, you know what I mean? I'm more interested in the main Spider-Man books. It's 297. Yeah, these are recent acquisitions. Here's 298. This one took me forever to get. I finally got a pretty good deal on it recently. This one took me forever to get also. This one I actually got from Fiber Biscuit a while back. He traded me, so here's a quick shout out to Fiber Biscuit. Haven't heard from you for a while, man. Hope you're doing alright. Hope everything's going well. Hope you come back and make a video sometime when you get the time. Number 301. Yeah, Fiber Biscuit helped me out a lot. He traded me Amazing Spider-Man 238 and number 300. I'm always very appreciative of that. So every time I look at those books, I think of him. Thanks, man. There's number 302. There's number 303. So we're in the McFarlane run. And yeah, I've read these in order, and it's a great run. Can't say enough about it. He really made Spider-Man look crazy, but in a good way. Cartoonish illustrator, but he's just had a way of rendering Spider-Man, making him look cool as hell. It's number 306. I wonder what cover swipe that would be. I can't figure this out. 307. The Chameleon. The Chameleon. The Chameleon. I heard some guy on YouTube call him the Shyamalan. Alright, I'll be right back. Time's about to run out, so I'm gonna go ahead and restart the video. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, there's some kid on YouTube that he was showing up as Amazing Spider-Man #1, and he called it the Shyamalan. I thought that was fucking funny. It's like, dude, if you can't understand it's Chameleon, then goddamn. Alright, here's Amazing Spider-Man 308. But I am jealous of his Amazing Spider-Man #1. Wish I had rich parents, man. I'm gonna have to work hard for my Amazing Spider-Man #1. To sell a liver or something. Or a kidney, I don't know what I'm gonna sell. 310. 311. Love this cover. Always love Mysterio. But God, look at the way he draws hands. I love that. He always puts so many crazy lines. You know, Rob Liefeld tries to do that too, but Rob Liefeld just can't do it right. I hate to just diss on Rob Liefeld, but oh well. He's got the money, I don't. Here's number 313. Another great cover. I kind of like the way he does the lizard too. Kind of changed him up a little bit, made him a little more grotesque, I guess. There's another great cover. Hell, you can't say much about it. All these covers are awesome. In fact, this next one's like classic. Or the one after this, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a great cover, but this one right here is a lot of people's favorites. I like this one too. There's just something about Venom. I don't think if anybody else had drawn Venom first, he probably wouldn't have been quite as popular, but Todd McFarlane just knew how to make this guy look freaking psycho. But yeah, that's an awesome cover. Number 317. Some more early Venom. 318. Some of these need to be rebacked and boarded. I haven't got around to it. 319. Then we have 320. And this was one I picked up recently. It took me a while to get this one. I don't know why this one was hard for me to find, but I guess people are wanting too much for it. I don't know why. It's not even a popular book or anything, but all the other assassination plot books were cheap and easy to get, but that one took me forever to get. 321. Here's number 322. So did you guys like Spider-Man, the actual Spider-Man series that McFarlane did? I actually enjoyed it. Or his run. He did, what was it, number 1 through 15 or so? Maybe it was 16. I think it was 15. But yeah, I grew up on those books. I remember when they came out on the newsstand with 324. I started collecting comics when I was probably, getting serious on it, probably about like 10 or 11. Then I quit for several years, grew up, went to college and all that crap. Came back to comics. I've always been into baseball cards also. Every once in a while I collect those, like vintage ones. I don't collect new ones, but I think every once in a while I quit one hobby and start another one. But comic books have been my obsession for the last 3 or 4 years, so I don't know why. I guess I finally come to terms with it that I love them. It's just the artwork that gets me, I think, because I love to draw. And I think it's a great investment for your money too. If you're going to put money in something, it seems like comic books, vintage ones especially, they hold their value better than a lot of other hobbies. Not all hobbies, but I think it's one hobby where you can put your money into something and actually enjoy it, you know. Like graded comics are all awesome. That's the way you can make a lot of money, I guess. But to me, I can't enjoy those as much because I can't flip through and read them. The high grade books, though, you probably don't want to go through them anyway. But I do understand that. It's number 330. But when it comes to comic books, I'm not so picky on me grades, you know. I'll take almost any condition except for poor or fair. Fair's not really my game, but number 332. I try to be more selective on my Amazing Spider-Mans. I actually showed this one a couple videos ago, and I don't think I mentioned it. I didn't notice it. In fact, when I bought this, I only paid a couple bucks for it, but I was looking at Venom's armpit there, and I was like, what the hell? It looks like Eric Larson, and sure as hell, it's his autograph. I mean, it wasn't even mentioned in the listing, you know, and I didn't even notice it. It was funny. So, got Eric Larson autograph. Hell yeah. Here's number 334. So I'm showing you guys all the books up to the first one that I'm missing. I'm showing you I'm going to have to grab that soon. Number 335. And then number 336. So yeah, I'm needing number 337. There's a few, the only Amazing Spider-Man books I need besides 1 through 11 are there's just a few of the mid to late 300s. So I need a few Mark Bagley's and about 15 of them, and I will have number 12 through 400 complete. So sometime in the next month or two, I'm going to try to pick those up and nail that down, and then start maybe hunting down the annuals, and then once I get those down, I'll probably go start trying to get a single-digit Spider-Man book. I know it's going to cost me, but I'll try to save some money up for that. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and as always, low grade's better than no grade, and have a great week.